welcome to another episode of Wedflics. I'm your host, Julia Braime. I'm the founder and editor of the top UK wedding blog for Northern couples, Brides Up North, and I'm the editor of the go-to bridal glossy, Unveiled magazine. Today on the show, I'm joined by a lady who knows her bridal fashion. It's Diana of the Little Pearl Bridal Boutique. Now, I've had the pleasure of working with Diana both as an Unveiled Network member and generally for a long time now. And I know that you're in safe hands when it comes to your wedding dress shopping. Are you going to be one of her Pearl's girls? Let's find out. Okay, so hi Diana, welcome to Wedflics.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Absolute pleasure to have you. So everybody, this is Diana. She is my good friend from the wedding industry. We've known each other a long time now. And we've just been having about an hour's chat before starting recording this. So hopefully we've saved you some really good content. We shall see. So Diana runs a fabulous bridal boutique called the Little Pearl, and it's based in Pickering in North Yorkshire. She stocks the most romantic girly gowns with a very fashion forward edge. There's something for everybody. Diana, do you want to introduce the Little Pearl and yourself?
Yeah, of course I can. Hi guys, so I'm Diana. I have had the Little Pearl since February 2015. It's coming up 6 years soon on Valentine's Day. So yeah, we're based in Pickering and we are all about the bride. We have the most amazing experience. We have a private boutique that's very individual to every girl that comes to us. Beautiful selection of dresses. We range from your high-end dresses, which are more our Rachel Rose collection. And then we have Danielle London, which is another beautiful, sexy collection. We have Stella York as well, another really romantic, girly kind of look. And then we've got Willoughby for the boho chic bride and W2 from Waters as well. So we have a real selection of dresses within the boutique and accessories as well. We also have a new curve collection. Because it's all about empowering that body shape. So we recognised we needed to have that within the boutique. And that's something that we've just launched over the last 6 months. So really excited about that.
Absolutely. So why did you open in the first place, Diana? What prompted the big opening?
Well, I've always wanted to own my own business. My dad always had his own businesses. And when he passed away, it kind of spurred me on to do that. I worked in sales and marketing as my background, had my 2 boys who are now 9 and 6, and then thought, do you know what, I'm going to do it, bite the bullet and open my own bridal boutique. I had a friend who opened hers in Alteringham in Manchester, Emma from Love Bridal, so she spurred me on as well, and I turned to her for lots of tips. And then, yeah, we opened the doors when, 2015.
So why bridal? Why did you go down that route?
I'd always loved bridal fashion, but especially, I was always into my fashion and style as well. But once I saw, I suppose, when I looked for my wedding dress originally, the experience that I got then wasn't what I'd envisaged it was. I think a lot of people say that, a lot of boutique owners say that, but it's true. So I thought with my marketing background and my customer service background that I could offer that experience that girls wanted when searching for their dress, especially in our area, and have that private boutique exclusive experience. So that spurred me on. I just saw a niche in the market where we were for the designers as well that I wanted to stock, and just went for it.
I love that.
Yeah.
So your girls in the boutique, Pearl's Girls. So you've coined a hashtag. It is. It's all about the bride, isn't it? So why the name then? Why the Little Pearl?
The Little Pearl was inspired by my grandma. So my grandma was called Pearl. She was a super stylish lady. And yeah, I've always loved the name Pearl. So I wanted to incorporate that somewhere. And then Pearl's Girls kind of came naturally with that, because I wanted to create a kind of community and our own little family as such. So when a bride comes to us, we are part of their wedding journey for such a long time. You do become part of someone's extended wedding family as such. So to have that support and network and group of girls together, I wanted to create that kind of vibe, and that's where Pearl's Girls is now.
Oh, that's so lovely. And it's funny to hear that, to me, you say, I've been around for 6 years. It seems longer to me. It seems like you've been with me right from the start, because we started our platforms back in 2010. But to me, you've been, I've known you all that time, so I can't believe it's only been 6 years. So you really have created a very strong brand, and a real sort of, I don't know, like a vibe or a feel. So do you want to describe your boutique to us? I know there is a big picture of your grandma in the boutique.
Yes, there it is.
Which I think
she's always looking down on our girls in the boutique. But it's very much, we've had a couple of interior design changes along these 6 years, and I felt like the most recent one, we wanted to get to something that was a little bit more on trend, but still had that welcoming, relaxed and luxurious feel. So we've always kind of kept that. We have a big main floor area in the boutique. As I say, the boutique is closed privately to everybody that comes, so nobody has any interruptions. So it's very exclusive. Big changing area, lots of space to peruse all the dresses as well. So it is that one-to-one special time out with your special guests. So the vibe we've got is very relaxed, very welcoming, very girly. We all get
what your colours like and things like that.
We've gone, so our branding is gold, pinks, white and grey. So they're our predominant colours. And within the boutique, we've got all the soft furnishings that are very pink. So yes, it is running throughout. Pink runs throughout everything that we do.
Just runs through our veins.
Yes, it does. Probably cut me in half and you'd find some.
It's right up my street as well, to be honest, Diana. I was laughing with Diana off camera because we appear to have dressed very similarly for this. If you're watching this on YouTube rather than listening to it on WedPod, we have dressed quite similarly. And I knew that was going to be the case, and I tried to dress differently. And here we are, doing the same again. We have very similar tastes, you and I. And so how do you want your clients to feel when they're in the boutique?
We want everybody to feel part of what we do, and that they can put their trust in us as the bridal experts that we are, and help them create their most amazing bridal look. It is all about that special moment of saying yes to your dress, much the cliche term it is, but it is, and it's falling in love again. You fall in love with your partner, and it's time to fall in love with your dress, and that's how we want girls to feel. We want to feel like they've had that most amazing special experience and fallen in love with their dress. Yeah,
I think the experience, is just as important as the actual resulting look itself. It's part of that bridal process that everyone should be able to enjoy and, go into feeling confident and relaxed and excited. I think excited's the most important thing, that it's almost like Christmas morning, but in the dress shopping world. That's how
definitely. We get so many girls coming to us still feeling a bit nervous and a bit apprehensive, because you're shopping for an item that you've probably never worn and probably won't wear again, and they can come in a bit nervous and not sure what to expect and how the appointment's going to be. But trust us, you are soon out of that zone and you are into it and you're relaxed, and everyone does just fall in love with it and wants to keep trying dresses on even when they found one.
So always. I have been known to try on a few dresses on our photo shoots for Unveiled magazine. I try not to do it all the time, and half the time they wouldn't fit me actually, but I have tried on a few. I think that most of your clients, obviously there might be some sort of worries around any sort of body hang-ups or whatever when they're coming in, or it's just like a nervy moment because there's a lot of perceived pressure. But I think a lot of your clients will feel like they know you already before they come in to the boutique, because of the work you do on your social media and now with your podcast that you've launched, just to kind of let the clients almost become part of the Pearls Girls squad before they even set foot in the boutique with you. Is that intentional, that you're sort of reaching out and embracing those future clients that way?
I've always believed that's how it should be. You are creating a relationship with us, and knowing what we're about as well as individuals helps you build that relationship with somebody. And if you can't connect with somebody that's going to be with you as part of your wedding journey for so long, then you can struggle. And yeah, that has always been intentional in terms of our kind of marketing strategy, for want of a better word, and that we want to connect with our brides beforehand, so that they can put their trust in us and feel like they're part of that Pearls Girls community before they've even stepped foot in the door. And then even when they've left with their dress, we're still part of that. You know, we still keep in touch with all our brides. We get messages and pictures of brides who have then gone on to have families and little babies, and it's lovely. It is nice to feel like you're still part of their life.
Definitely. And I think from knowing you that sort of, you call it a strategy, but it's kind of just what you'd naturally do anyway.
Yeah, it is.
It's because you like to chat, and like I say, we chatted for about an hour before we press record on this, and we like to sort of exchange, you know, we have a little bit of a gossip, and, you know, just girly. It's just kind of a girly way of being. It's very kind of it's a way that your clients will be used to communicating with their friends. Yeah. So then you become like a friend to them before they've even come and seen you, which I think is really lovely, and that will just be built upon when they actually get through the door. So yeah, I love that.
Yeah. So I mean, we're always ones to chat, Vicky and I, in the boutique, and we love that. We love getting to know our girls. We love getting to know what, you know, what's happening in their lives as much as their wedding day. So that just all comes very naturally to us as individuals, and you'll see that on our social media as well.
Yeah, I've been loving your reels, by the way, Diana.
We do.
Yeah, I've been loving those reels. Very amazing.
Yeah. Well, it's about being real. You know, we are human beings. We all have home lives and families as much as we are running bridal boutiques and there to help create your day. We're still people, and we're here to help on every aspect, not just find your dress.
Definitely. And I love the way social media has actually allowed that, has evolved to make that the way it is these days, and it's more accessible.
Yeah,
it's more accessible to the people producing the content as well, because you know, there's something to talk about, for example, rather than pretending we're kind of up in our ivory towers. We're all just getting on with life, really, and having fun while we're doing it, hopefully. Particularly, you know, in the future, once we're filming this during lockdown 3. So yeah, we're looking forward to a bit of a brighter future for sure.
Definitely.
So let's talk about the podcast. So your podcast launched at the back end of last year in 2020. Is it called Pearls Girls the podcast?
Yeah, Pearls Girls the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just exactly what we've been chatting about. It's just girls having a bit of a chin wag, right?
Yeah, definitely. For us, I mean, yes, I used the last lockdown to try and, you know, engage in a different way with girls out there, whether it be about weddings or lifestyle in general. And that's kind of where I wanted to position the podcast, in that yes, you can come to us for amazing wedding inspiration. We've got some fab guest lineups. I think we've had about 4 or 5 episodes out at the minute, and we've got ones coming up. But yeah, it's all about that positive female vibe and empowering women, really, across the wedding industry, but also into aspects of your health, fashion, beauty, lots of different topics. Yeah.
So listen, I'm a listener.
Good, you're going to be a guest as well.
Yeah, I'd love to be a guest. You know, no pressure, but I'm a listener. But let's drop in so it's the Pearls Girls podcast. So I guess they just search for that wherever they get their podcasts.
Yeah, hashtag Pearls Girls the podcast. It's on Apple, iTunes podcast, Spotify, any podcast platform. You can search for it and it'll be there.
Yeah, give it a listen, and I think you'll enjoy it.
Yes.
If you're enjoying our chat so far. If our chat so far has not been for you, then perhaps not. But but yeah, I'd recommend, definitely. And subscribe while you're there. We always want to subscribe. And while you're here, subscribe to this too.
Yeah.
Keep subscribing, people. It helps the small businesses to grow. So let's talk about the process when your customers come to the boutique. They've booked an appointment. How do they book an appointment first?
So they can book an appointment direct on the website. So we have a facility on there now where you can select your preferred date and time, come straight through to us, and we book it in, and yeah, it's easy as that. Or you can send us an email. All our details are on the website or on social media channels. So whichever form of communication.
Let's drop your web address in here. Yeah. What's your web address, Diana?
www.thelittlepearlbridalboutique.co.uk.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so they've made an appointment via the website. The big day comes.
And then you will obviously have the boutique to yourself with your bridal stylist. So that will be myself or Vicky at the moment. And then you will be welcomed in. We'll have a little introductory chat. Obviously, we'll have got to know you beforehand. So we'll have had a bit of a insight into you and your big day and what you're looking for and the inspiration you've got around dresses. So whether you've got Pinterest boards, bring those with you. Anything that just helps us have a bit of a steer into what your big day is going to be like, basically. And then we will introduce you to all our collections. We will take you through each designer as well. And then you can have free reign of picking what dresses you would like to try on. And we will also suggest some wildcards in there as well, because obviously we are experts in what we do. We will get to know you and know your body shape and what works for you and what you like and what you're not liking. And then we'll just have a really fun, chilled, relaxed bridal experience with your special guest.
So how long then does the bride have in the boutique with you?
Generally an hour and a half. That's how the appointment lasts. Obviously, if we've got nobody in after you, then you are welcome to stay as long as you like. But yeah, generally an hour and a half, just to really enable us to try different styles of dresses on, go through the collections and really hone down what you're loving and what you're not. But yeah, that's generally how long.
I would so be outstaying my welcome in your boutique. I know I would.
Kicking you out the door.
Yeah, just one more. What I really like is that you allow the bride to lead and kind of choose some of the dresses she likes herself from the rail first and foremost. I mean, is there a limit to the amount of dresses you can try on, or?
I mean, we've obviously got the time kind of restrictions sometimes, but no, I mean, we start off with 5 or 6 just to get us into it. And if you've never tried dresses on before, then we like to try a variety of styles on so that you can, eliminate a certain style, because once you've eliminated one, you've eliminated thousands of dresses.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just want that experience to be about you as well. As much as we know what we're doing and we are the bridal experts, we will guide you into what we feel you are going to love. But we like to let you guys choose as well, because it is your day and you know you better than anybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is very relaxed. We're not pushy on what we think you should be wearing.
No, I like that. I like that you can kind of, have that kind of chocolate. I call it like kid in a sweet shop experience. Like, just wow. And I can try any of these on my lap.
Yeah.
I love that. So let's talk a little bit more in detail about your labels. So and about what kind of like what their look and feel is, and why they're special. So Rachel Rose is your newest label to the boutique.
Very excited about Rachel Rose. So she is a new upcoming Australian designer, which we took on back in the last year. So I forget where we are now. But yeah, so they are brand new to us, our couture signature collection. So they are a little bit more fashion, edgy led. Lots of different silhouettes, but yeah, definitely if you're wanting something a little bit different and pushing the boundaries, then she is your collection to go for. She is a beautiful lady as well. She is really, the face behind her brand. And she is there to give you as much wedding inspiration as you like on her social media channels as well. So check her out on that at Rachel Rose Bridal. So yeah, they're our signature collection. And then we have...
Just before we move on, I think that Rachel Rose is a great fit for your boutique because I think you're just on every level. It's a match, isn't it? So strong lady leading, very girly, kind of wearable but with a fashion edge.
Yeah,
I think it fits really, really well. So I'm excited to see lots of Little Pearl, lots of Pearl's girls.
Yeah.
Wearing Rachel Rose. I think.
And we are the only stockists in our area as well. So yeah, it definitely gives you that exclusivity as well if you're looking for that from your wedding dress. And then we also have Danielle London. So Danielle London has been featured on Say Yes to the Dress. I'm sure you'll be familiar with that. They have that sexy kind of look as well. So very sleek fit and flare with these gorgeous detachable trains. So perfect if you're looking for that day and evening kind of look. I know you've said, Jules, you always feel like they're a little underrated because you know.
Massively underrated. I am a massive fan of Danielle London. I don't know if it's just my personal style. They're the sort of dress that I could see myself wearing, should I be marrying again. But they're very sort of, I mean, you can't really broad brush a bridal collection, but I would say they're very kind of like what you might see on the red carpet.
Yeah.
So quite Hollywood inspired. The ones I've particularly liked have been the sort of more plain silhouettes, really, but then with lots of sequin or beading. I love them, and I think they're gorgeous. So
yeah, they're a beautiful collection. A great company as well. That's one of the big things for me when we're choosing collections to come into the boutique is the designers behind the brand as well, and being able to work with them because and how much they listen to our girls, and they really do create designs that they know brides are looking for, and that they want, and that they're great to work with from a supplier side as well. So that's a thing for me.
I mean, put it this way, you've said this to me before, but if a boutique says to me, okay, for this shoot for the magazine, I'll be bringing along Danielle London, I think, oh, brilliant. I can work with that. I know exactly how I'll style that or what I'll do with that. I think it's an underrated brand. And I think that the girls, when you get into the Little Pearl, go to that rack. Definitely as well. Because there'll be some gems in there for sure. And you'll look like a starlet on your big day. So yeah, I love those. And Stella York.
So we've got Stella York as well. So Stella York is again, kind of encompasses every style and silhouette. It has a bit of a fashion edge to it as well on certain designs, but it does have the more traditional elements built in as well. Kind of a big breadth really of different styles and silhouettes across there. So it is a beautifully made collection. I adore it. Yeah, beautiful.
It's a popular choice, isn't it? Because we get a lot of brides on our blog who wear Stella York. I think probably because of that range of options.
Yeah.
They're all different dresses. I couldn't necessarily pick out a Stella York, but the girls wearing them always look absolutely fabulous. Yeah, they do. They're gorgeous. And their use of colour tones as well, that's a big thing for them. They don't just focus on the traditional ivory tone. They introduce the lattes and the Moscato or blush pink. Something, if you're wanting something a little bit different, then that's a good one to go for. And then we have Willoughby by Waters, which is more of our boho chic collection, so a lot less structured. So if you want something a little bit more relaxed, then that's the perfect collection to check out. Absolutely. And boho is a trend that just is absolutely not going anywhere. On our site we categorize by feel and by style, I should say, not feel, by style, the different weddings, and rustic is a huge leader alongside elegant, weirdly, so there's that split. So maybe we're splitting like the Willoughby bride out from, say, like the Dando bride there. But yeah, boho is just not going anywhere. It just continues to push forward, really. Yeah, exactly. And I think there's different spectrums of boho. You can go super relaxed, can't you? Or just have a hint of it, and Willoughby is great for that. There's a bit it's a lovely label. Yeah. And I really like it. We've got W2 from Waters as well. Waters is the kind of umbrella brand over W2 and Willoughby. So W2 is a little bit more on the romantic, floaty, kind of girly kind of vibe. So they're a new collection for us. So we've got those dresses that will start to come into the boutique over the next month or so, for when we are back open again. Yeah. What trend do you see? I mean, I think romance is a massive trend for this year and going forwards. Would you agree, or what do you see some other trends coming through? Yeah, I'd say we've definitely seen a bit more of a resurgence of that romantic kind of vibe. And for girls that we've seen coming into the boutique are looking a bit more on, I don't tend to use the term princess, but the slightly bigger, fuller dresses and the more elegant, romantic kind of look. Totally agree. Definitely, done a bit of a U-turn. Almost a little bit kind of, what's the word? Like, it's not medieval, isn't the word, but kind of like the sort of flouncy sleeves and the sort of layered tulle skirts. You know what I mean? Like a bit of a Guinevere romantic look.
Yeah.
medieval is the right word. But I think I totally see that coming through. And I think the return to romance is kind of inspired by the tough times that people have been through this year, and our whole kind of like, you know, love's not cancelled, like love wins. And that just inspires this romance, and also the feeling that you're waiting for your big day to happen. It's quite fairy tale, really.
Yeah, definitely,
So I think that's what's inspired that. I mean, if we're seeing any sort of return to Hollywood, it will be just because everyone's been watching box sets incessantly.
Yeah, exactly. Bridgerton all the way for me.
Oh, goodness, right. So I haven't started Bridgerton yet. So I introduced the idea to my husband the other night. I thought, we've got something we might want to watch.
Yeah, get it on, Jules.
Okay. I'm not sure he'll be over enthusiastic when it starts, but yeah, definitely, I'm all about that.
Yeah.
And then accessory. Oh, sorry, no. Let's talk about your curve collection.
Yeah. Curve collection. So that came into the boutique just before the back end of last year, and that was all about encompassing the curvier shape. We found it was something that we were missing in the boutique as part of the designers that we already had, but also we wanted to create that capsule collection that was more for empowering those curvy shapes that we have. So we have a low romance that goes into that collection, but we also have designs from across the rest of ours that go into that as well.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So you've basically put together your own edit.
Yes. Yeah, we have. We didn't want to pigeonhole a collection. We wanted it to be all encompassing across everything we do. You know, everybody can wear any designer that we've got. Yeah.
And so on that note, then, what sizes do you go from and to?
So we can start about a 0 and they go up to size 30.
Oh, okay, great. So it really is for everybody.
Yeah.
So then when you talk about your curve collection, you're really talking about the samples that you hold in store.
Yeah. So we'd say our sample sizes for that particular collection, as some people may not know, but some bridal sizing do run a little bit small compared to high street. So for us, a size 16 sample would generally be an 18, maybe 20, as what you would be high street. So, yeah.
I hate that bridal does that.
I know.
Because, I mean, when you're dress shopping, someone who doesn't look at the size, I think, is lying. So you always look at your size. Like, oh God, why have I got it 3 sizes?
I know, but we don't focus on sizing. It's all about the fit for us. So yes, you might be a size 16 on the high street, and the sample you will fit in the shop might be an 18-20, but that doesn't matter. We don't even look at those labels. Yes, we have to for ordering purposes, because we have to, record that on all our admin, but it is all about the fit for us. And as long as the dress makes you look amazing and you feel amazing and your body looks amazing, that is it. Don't stress about sizing.
Yeah, it's also as well, there is a reason for it. It's because the extra fabric given to making the dresses bespoke to you and altering them properly, isn't it? You're not buying like an off the peg size, you're buying a bigger gown that's then tailored to fit you.
Exactly.
Which I think is really important to remember. I just found it amusing. Yeah. When dress shopping. Bloody hell.
I know. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So let's go to accessories and that sort of thing. So I know that you have some exciting add-ons coming in store.
We do. So we do specialise in bridal accessories as well. So we do hair accessories, jewellery, shoes as well. So anything to create your bridal look. Yeah.
So do you have some particular labels that you work with in the boutique for those?
Yeah, so we have Ariana Tiaras, which are our main designer across our hair accessories. And then we do have Charlotte Mills and Rachel Simpson shoes.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then we have a beautiful selection of veils. So the Couture Veil is our go-to veil company. So lots of ones that match our dresses, but also we can make bespoke veils for you as well to tie everything in. And then, we will be launching our own merchandising collection. So something not a traditional merchandise collection. Don't want to give too much away. But yeah, something with a little bit more of a fashion edge to it.
Very exciting. I've seen some previews, so
very exciting.
Pearls girls, you've got something to look forward to.
Yeah.
I love as well that your shoe choices in the boutique. Love a Charlotte Mills, love a Rachel Simpson for very different reasons. So I think, you know, you go one way or the other, don't you? Charlotte Mills are very fashion forward, pretty girly, lots of glitter and colour, and great leather work. And then Rachel Simpson, a little bit more elegant
style. Yeah,
like a modern
style,
modern vintagey. Yeah, I like both actually. I think on any given day I could go either way on which I would choose. So,
I'm a big believer in having a good pair of shoes. If you want to be comfortable, which both of them are, they all have a bit of added insole protection, and which, you know, is great when you're on your feet all day. But you've definitely got to have a good pair of shoes, and they are two beautiful designers. Like you said, giving a bit of an array of styles depending on what you want to go for.
Exactly. And you do Katie Loxton in boutique too, right?
Yeah, we've got the Katie Loxton pouches, so great for little gifts for your bridesmaids or for yourself, for the big day to keep all your little things in, or to take on your honeymoon with you.
I love a Katie Loxton pouch, actually.
Yes, I have many.
Yeah, so do I. An excessive amount, some might say. My husband would say. So, okay, once you have had your appointment in the Little Pearl Bridal Boutique and you've said yes to the dress, what happens next?
So your dress will obviously go on order, and then once we know it is going to be sent to us, we will let you know, and we will get you in to come and try her on again. And then, book you in for your alterations. So we do in-house alterations, but we also have some amazing seamstresses that we recommend as well. So you'll come and have your dress perfectly fitted to you ahead of your big day. Alterations generally start about 8 weeks before the wedding. This may differ in this coming year because everybody's going to be so busy once we can get back to normal with weddings. But generally, that's the rule of thumb. 8 to 10 weeks before the wedding is when you'd start your alterations.
So the timeline is something I wanted to flag because I think because of COVID and the various lockdowns and the various restrictions, I mean, you lose track, don't you? It may be that some brides are waiting to come in to see you for their weddings that are actually happening quite soon in the timeline. And I think it's important that brides know that actually you need to kind of be getting into boutique as soon as possible to choose your dress, to make sure that you've got enough choice. What are the kind of lead times usually?
Generally, we would suggest, as a rule of thumb, in normal times, you know, not amidst global pandemic, to be looking for your dress 8 to 10 months ahead of your wedding, or to be thinking about ordering it. But from our point of view, with our designers, a lot of them do rush orders. So obviously, current times that we're in today, if you are getting married in summer and you still haven't got your dress, don't panic. There are still options. We can do rush orders, which can take a couple of months, or they can be held in stock with some of our designers, so we can get them fairly quickly. It just means that your choice can be sometimes a little more limited. You can look to people's ready to wear collections. A lot of boutiques have ready to wear like we do, which are dresses to buy off the peg, obviously in certain sizes, so they need to be altered to fit you, but they are options as well. But we do recommend, if you are a summer wedding this year, or even back end of this year, to get in touch with your local boutiques who you going to shop with, or get in touch with us and we can advise you on that.
Fantastic. So getting in touch with you, you gave the web address before, but let's just throw it in again.
So it's the littlepearlbridalboutique.co.uk.
And what about, you're very sort of chatty on Instagram, so what's your Instagram?
Instagram is Little Pearl Bridal. Had to think about it then. Little Pearl Bridal,
Little Pearl Bridal. I would have found the right one, don't worry. So brides to be, get in touch with Diana and her team, and they will make your wedding dress dreams become a reality. I think the viewers or listeners will have taken from this episode just how fun and welcoming and bubbly you are. So this is exactly how your experience with Diana will be. She's exactly in real life as she is here, and she will very much take care of you. So please start making your appointments now and you can look fab. So thanks, Diana. Thanks for being our guest today.
Thank you for having me.